दिल्लीમાં ઉડારે ગુલાલ ગુલાબી રંગ કેસરિયા.
सो डियर फ्रेंड्स, वेरी गुड मॉर्निंग. कैसे हैं आप लोग? सब बढ़िया? ओके. सो टुडे we will solve exercise 8.1 question number 10. Question number 10 is very important and very easy to solve. But something I would like to extend the question before solving that question. Solving of these questions you will find in the last. So first let me tell extension and then your solution. In my second part and the third part, in second part, in all the three parts video, the link is given in the description. One things I tell you always, what? Parallelogram, parallelogram, in my all the videos you will see there is an parallelogram. GS, this is simple form. After that the two things are there here. This is rectangle, this is rhombus, and another one is square. In parallelogram I have told you, to make any parallelogram, to fix any parallelogram, to just like in triangle, to make any triangle you should to know three information, and out of that three at least one should be side, and you have read side, angle side, SAS, and ASS, RHS, all the four criteria. Similarly in parallelogram it is given in class 8th. Very soon I will join that photo here also. If you have to draw parallelogram, the question in class 8th, it was chapter number 4, I think, quadrilateral, construction of quadrilateral. So whenever you are asked to draw parallelogram, three informations were required. Three informations were required, and two informations you get from the theorem. Two informations. Similarly, so it is 5. Two informations from the theorem means two informations from the theorem, and here you will get three informations from the theorem in rhombus, and 2 and 3 only required 2. In rectangle same is there. This is 3, this is 2, and in the square in parallelogram 3 is required. Actually whatever in circle I have made, number of informations here, whatever it is written here is required, and whatever I have written here is a known property, known theorem. This is, so take it in consideration. So what about the square? Can you tell how much required, how many informations are required to draw a square? In my part 2 video, part 3 video, everywhere I have told you square, how many informations? Yes, you are correct. To draw a square only one information is required. That is why that is called side. Side of a square. They don't know length and breadth, only side of a square. This is only one side. But in the rectangle, two Two things are required, length and breadth, and except others we know all things, means the right angle will be there and the diagonals will be equal and this that. Only length and breadth, here only side. Similarly in rhombus two informations are required, and the three things we will know through the theorems. But in parallelogram three things are required and two things we know through the theorems. So what is it? Just as the time passes, as you continue in my videos, in the lectures, you will read about it, you will confirm about it, you will confirm, and I think you are going to be confirmed somewhat. It is not written directly in NCERT book. This is my experience and my study of many other foreign books. Okay, so this thing I will clear here also. If you have to make any class 8th chapter number 4, I will present here. This is the questions. Look at it. Okay. So in parallelogram, three informations is required to fix a parallelogram. The first thing, what we know, the two things. The two things are here, opposite sides are equal. Opposite sides are equal. What does it mean? Means these are the theorems. Theorems means in parallelogram two things. They will provide the two things. Means if we know only this is AD, I have made it red. This is red, this is red. So if I know the AD, so the BC will be known through the theorem. Okay. If I know CD, AB will be known through the theorem. So two things we will know, opposite things are equal. The things we have to know, the three things, this side, angle and this side. As you change this angle, if you make this angle small, and this is the parallel lines, yes, the things is used to given parallel lines. That is why parallelogram is defined on the basis of parallel sides, and it is called parallelogram. And we have to prove opposite sides are equal. We can't directly use it because the name is parallelogram. So the two parallel sides, and if you take any distance, if you vary the theta, if you will vary theta here, so your figure will be very steep. Vary theta, different types of theta, you will get different types of parallelogram. Only for example, if you make theta here 90 degree, if you make this theta 90 degree, so it will be also, because it should be parallel, green should be parallel. So if it is 90 degree, means it is 90, so you will get rectangle. If it is less than 90 degree, just as it is, suppose this is, so because this should be parallel, so you will get this type of, if theta is less than 90, this was the and if theta is more than the 90, so you will have this type of figure. This is, and this is what I have made two lines. So don't be confused, na? And this is obviously rectangle. So that is why we say parallelogram, a special case of parallelogram is rectangle, and a special case of parallelogram is rhombus. If this length and this length will be equal, that will be a square. So rectangle then is square. So everything you can have, all the figures you can have, only used to maintain this length equal to AD. The distance between parallel sides in a parallelograms, if equal to this side, it will be a square. So everything, don't be awkward to see this figure. This type of figure will come in your chapter number 9. When they will say these all parallelograms, all parallelograms will have same area, but of different size. Perimeter will be different. Perimeter will be different. As you move more less than theta, perimeter will be more. As you move 90 degree, perimeter will be less. Perimeter will be different, but the area will be same. All this parallelogram. So in detail I will teach you in chapter number 9. Okay, so I have told you in parallelogram 3 things are required. What? Suppose AD, then CD, and then this angle theta. So you can fix the parallelogram. So this is very interesting question. Now we will read and we will find, question number 10. The 3 things are here. 3 things are required, and that is fulfilled here. So the question is it necessary? The question is it necessary to draw parallelogram with the help of only 2 parallel lines? Can't we draw this parallelogram in any other method? Means always we can draw only this type of figures. So the answer is no. There are other methods also. Just like we can rely on the diagonal. Just like this is the diagonal. Okay, I have made many parallelogram, but you will again remember in chapter number 9. Sorry, this is the parallelogram. A, B, C, and D. So what I have done, and 3 things. What I have done, if I will keep it, this will be a diagonal, BD diagonal and CD diagonal. So with the help of diagonals, can we not draw? Yes, why not? So this is I have drawn. Suppose I keep it here. At one time, we know only one diagonal. This is the information. What is the length of this diagonal? Yes, the first information. I have told you and the 3 informations. So this is the length of diagonal is the first information. So you can draw all types of this. This figure can be drawn with the help of diagonal also. So you should know at least one diagonal. Then second information from the diagonal, this length should be given. And in your figure it is D, C, A, D and B, then A. Yes. Oh God. Actually in your figure, in your book figure has changed. I have made different figure. So the book is not actually matching. I have made here A, B, C and D. In your book it is here A and then B and C and D. So okay, let me take the same figure I will make here with the help of 3 things. BD, then A. Suppose BD is a diagonal, and it is written. Actually, the figure don't rely on this figure completely, because this figure, when the book is printed, the professors and the teachers, talented teachers of NCERT write on the pages. And this book is printed on the computer by 12th pass typesetters, or they give tender to print this book from any printing houses. So they make this figure. You can't say no sir, this figure should be there. No, you can change the figure. Suppose everything is here in my figure. What? And I will show you. Suppose I will join. This is a parallelogram. So who has said the figure will be same? No, yeah, figure may changed. Orientation is changed. Actually, this type of figure should be there. Okay, don't if you don't look at, means I have only changed the orientation only, and the writing also. So this is A, B, C, D. A, B, C and D is a parallelogram. Already said parallelogram. And AP and CQ. AP. This is AP. And this is CQ. AP and CQ are perpendiculars from vertices A and C on the diagonal. Okay. BD. So that this that. So means figure maybe there is no any mistake in my figure also. And what is the, how many things are given? The things are given. This is a diagonal BD of a parallelogram. Just it is. This is. Are you able to see the same figure? As it was, this is A. So what I have done? This is A, this is A. What I have done? Only change the orientation. This. Yes. So this was A, this was A. B, B. Then C, A, B, C, D from here. Okay. And the perpendicular. They don't talk about perpendiculars are equal, and it is not given here. ABCD is a parallelogram. AP and CQ are perpendiculars from, yes, they tell about this is 90 degree. Actually, so for some time, don't look it. Don't look it. Things which I want to make you clear. This is. So this is the perpendicular is given in your book. It is not asking the length of the perpendicular. You know, length of perpendicular, it is also called height of a triangle. Triangle height, yes. You know, any parallelogram can be made with the two types of triangle. This is one of the triangle. This is this half, and then you change knot like this. Then you will change in this way. This. So this is the diagonal, you know, BD. And the two triangles here and here, the half of the triangle. So same, this is, no? So same can be made here also. What I have made, just look it. This is C, earlier it was C here. So in your book, the figure is like that, BD, and they have made perpendicular here. Okay. So suppose it is BD, this is, and they have made perpendicular here, this one, and then perpendicular from A, yes, this perpendicular. And you are observing, you know, perpendiculars are same because we have to change the orientation, this. So the same thing, actually the things are made, many things are. So this figure, what I have told you, many parallelograms in class chapter number 9 you will read about, on the same base between two parallel lines on the same base, all the parallelograms have same area, but we are not we are considering here shape also, shape, you know, what type of shape it is. Yes, so we will make only our one, because we are solving here a question. So you will see in chapter, yes. So this is the this is CD. So and yes, in your book it is given figure. This figure is like this, or may say and it may be changed. AP and CQ, C and Q, PQ. Actually, they may ABCD, then PQ, then RST. Okay, so this type of figure is given in your book, and they want to prove. You have to prove what? You have to prove APB similar to CQD. APB. This is APB. APB similar to this one. Similar or congruent? Congruent. Similar will come in class 10th. So congruent. APB congruent to CQD. CQD. So this is this. Actually, the diagonals gives the two triangles, this right angle triangle and this right angle triangle also. This. So same thing here also, you know, this CQD, this is CQ and D. This is C, Q and D. Here, yes, this is the same, this triangle, half of this, A, B, P. Actually, this equal to this and this equal to this. You know, cross, you will see the cross is here. This is not equal to this. And when this will be, you know, in this case here, when this will be a rhombus, you have drawn perpendicular from here, it is not matching, P and Q are different. But when you will take this type of rhombus, you know, P and Q will merged at one place and you will get a perpendicular diagonal. You know, this I have shown in my earlier video. This is like this. This is the rhombus, and when you will draw this, you know, this will be 90 degree, this will be 90, means this will always 90 degree, all. So if the things, because this side is greater than this one, so that's why it is a parallelogram. And when there will be rhombus, the P and Q will merge and you will get AC as a diagonal. And it is asked the diagonals of rhombus, you know, bisect each other. Diagonals bisect each other at 90 degree. Yes, when you will draw this diagonal AC, again you will, sometimes it is question, this AC, you will get this triangle also, a small triangle. So that will be congruent. Let me draw this. So you will have this and this is also congruent. This will be equal to this one, this will be equal to this one, means 1, 2, 3. If you take 1, this is 2 and this is 3. So the sequence is changed here. 3 means that is 1, this is 2 and this is 3. So whatever happens in the above figures, same happens in the lower figure as it is here. Okay. So this was the relation parallelogram and the rhombus. And this is not 90 degree, but if this is CA is not 90 degree, but when this will be parallelogram changed with the rhombus, P and Q will merge each other. Means if BD is a diagonal, you know, this, because this is made up with the help of this one, you can see BD is a diagonal, and if this is the perpendicular, this is the half of this triangle is half of diagonal, you know, this half of this parallelogram. This I have made diagonals. Okay, so actually this is the question. The things very important which I would like to get you in remember, get you understand. Parallelogram, 3 things are required. So 3 things are here. I have told you AD, DC and angle theta. 3 things. Here, when you start from a diagonal, yes, the 3 things are BD. Here what is given? 3 things. Okay, now I will erase it, everything. You note down in your copy. This I have told you my all the videos. Yes. So the 3 things are what? AD here, AD, because AD is equal to BC. Okay, then DC or CD, and then angle theta. The 3 things, 1, 2 and 3. These are the sides and this is the angle between them. The 3 things required or, you know, to be known. But in this figure, required or should be given to fix any parallelogram. The one is diagonal. These two are sides. These two are sides, and this is the angle. If in one angle, you know, only this angle, so this will be equal to this, and this angle and these angles make 180 degree. This is the theorem. It is given here. No. In parallelogram, parallel sides, it is given in chapter number, I think, 7. Lines. In the two parallel lines are there. This alternate interior angles will be equal. That was the theorem. Alternate this equal to this. Alternate interior angles, which I have made here. And we have a theorem. Interior angles, you know, adjacent interior angles, this and this. These are 180 degree. This is 180 degree. And means the three DC 180 degree, DA, it is called supplementary, DA 180 degree. So only this and this are related to each other. So this is only equal. So if you know only one angle, you can know all the three angles, all the four angles. If you know AD, so you know BC, the theorem. Two things you will know. So first things AD if you know, then BC is by theorem. If you know CD, so AB is by theorem. And if you know only one angle, you can know all the three angles, all the three angles. Means you should to know only three things, and everything you should know about from the theorems. Okay. In this case, what is given? The first is diagonal. Only one diagonal BD. The first thing is it is required or given. Second thing, you know, we should to take it as the height should be same. CQ should be equal to AP. The height. What does in my height? This is. If you want to fix your parallelogram, you know, this is and this is perpendiculars. The length of the perpendicular should be fixed, should be equal. So CQ is actually height of half triangle. Yes, because this is the half triangle. This, and we should know this height. This. Okay. The third thing is what? This height may be at any places. This one, if you take this height at this place, so this triangle will be different from this triangle. So the triangle should be, but you know, suppose it will be again taught in class chapter number 9. You can take height from, this is height on this parallel lines, this is also parallel lines, and if you take height anywhere here, you take point C here and you will make a triangle, because you know the height is same, so area of the triangle will be same. But at this time you will not get parallelogram. Suppose I take any height, but on this point, so it may be different from parallelogram. For the parallelogram, you should to take this equal, means how much height, how much place you have to take height. So you should to know CQ, and the theorem is CQ and PA are equal. Why it is equal? Because the two triangles are congruent. These two triangles are, this triangle and this triangle are congruent. So if two triangles are congruent, their height will be same, because this is not two triangles, actually one triangle. So the height will be same. So similarly, this height will be equal to this. Here you can say, you know, this is the same two triangles, so height will be equal. So height should be equal. So CQ, if you know only CQ, we can get this also through the theorem. Diagonals, okay, we don't know the another diagonal, so we will take, but we should to take such that DQ is equal to PB. means this should be equal to this height and the diagonals DQ should be equal to BP. This, let me make it 3, and this is 90 degree. This is 90 degree perpendicular. So you can see here when you will join here, this is side angle side, side angle side. So this will be what? Congruent. So this is the question. But I have taken the question is in other direction. In other directions means 3 things we should require. The third is DQ or BP, means the length, the distance of, this is called, this is perpendicular height of the half triangle, and this is called this distance from the vertices, and this is called this foot of perpendicular. The distance of foot of perpendicular from the vertices should be equal. The 3 things. Distance of foot of this is perpendicular, foot of perpendicular, okay, foot of perpendicular or height of half triangle, means these should be equal. So 3 things, if you give 3 things, the triangle parallelogram will be fixed. I can make the same parallelogram here. This is the 3 informations: diagonal, this length, and this length may be here also, so your figure will be different. Your figure will not be parallelogram. Parallelogram you should to fix this distance and this distance so that it can be fixed, C can be fixed. Otherwise all the area will be same but not of parallelogram. Okay, so if that will be cleared in class chapter number 9. Okay, so this is again extra things, and I'm sure you have understood somewhat. So this was the extension part. This, so you have to prove what? This CQD, this one equal to the same figure here, this. Okay, so note it down again. Now I will solve the question. So this is very interesting, and it is somewhat difficult to write, difficult to understand. So that is why this theorem, these things are not given. In normal case, it is given side and parallelogram. This is given and this is the proved. This is the question and these are the theorems. Theorems means theorem should be easy, not of this type of informations. So it is question, that is a theorem. And sometimes you see theorem is also a question. Prove it with the help of assumption. Okay, now I will prove the questions. I will write the questions and I will erase it also. Now I will write. You have listened this much patiently. So